this brand new week. All right. This is a week that is filled to capacity. Don't know what we're going to do here, but we got to get through it. Lots of activity this week, and we'll talk about some of that here in a bit. But before we do that, we're going to do, as per usual, we're going to talk about what's in the news. Let's see here. In Haiti, something coming out of Haiti this morning that seems to be a sign of heading in the right direction, at least for now. We will see what happens as we go along. Apparently, an agreement has been reached in Haiti. Haiti's main political forces reached an agreement to establish a transition government until the holding of presidential elections and a constitutional referendum next year. A council of ministers under the leadership of Ariel Henry as prime minister will now rule the Caribbean island. The opposition forces highlighted that the negotiations allowed the integration of the diaspora in the formation of a new provisional electoral council, the release of political prisoners, and a commitment for the re-establishment of security and the dismantling of gangs. Henry welcomed the agreement, noting that the deal gathered almost all the legitimate demands voiced by several sectors to achieve social reforms. He said, "I am confident that this deal will allow conducting in harmony and good understanding the affairs of the state during the interim period, which I wish to be as short as possible." The agreement established the holding of presidential elections by the end of 2022. It also included a National Constituent Assembly made up of 33 members appointed by institutions and civil society organizations. The Assembly will have 3 months to prepare a new constitution to be voted in a referendum by Haitians. So we're making some progress there in Haiti. Different stakeholders coming together to form this agreement. All right, and what's in the air? CPL. So here's some news from the CPL, in case you missed it. I don't know who would, but the Trinbago Knight Riders finished in top spot in the 2021 Hero Caribbean Premier. That's thanks to a 4-wicket win over the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. The Knight Riders will now face St. Lucia Kings in the first semi-finals on Tuesday, the 14th. That's the morning game at 10. The Patriots finished third in the points table, and they will face Guyana Warriors in the second match tomorrow. That's at 2:30. And so that's where we are with respect to that. Just to summarize how we got here, lots of us went into the weekend. Some people concerned about the Patriots. I was really not too concerned. I just needed them to win one of those matches, and they obliged me nicely. While GQ was sweating, but I think he's feeling a little better this morning. All right. He's not sweating as much this morning. The Patriots are in the semifinals. One of the 4 point system. Trinidad is at 12, Guyana at 12, St. Kitts and Nevis at 12, but obviously the net run rate made the difference in terms of the standing, which really doesn't really matter anymore. And St. Lucia Kings bringing up the rear in 4th position. So those are the 4 teams going into the semifinals. Tomorrow, we will play Guyana in the afternoon, and Trinidad and St. Lucia will meet in the morning. And the two winners of tomorrow, we will see that match on Wednesday. We don't know what's the other team, what other team will be in the final. I have a feeling I know one of the teams that's going to the finals, but I don't know the second one, so I can't. So that's it for CPL. It's some good games going on, exciting stuff. Stands are getting a little more people coming in. I guess they were looking to see how the Patriots perform, and they did okay. They made it to the semifinals, so maybe we'll pick up some more spectators Tuesday and Wednesday. One of the things that a couple of friends of mine were talking about is how the St. Kitts Guyana match should be an interesting match in terms of spectators, because for one, we have a serious Guyana contingent in St. Kitts and Nevis, and I know what's going to happen in Warner Park on Tuesday when we play each other. I mean, well, they consider themselves Kittitians too, so I want to see how they're going to deal with that. But hey, home is home, right? Yeah, Guyana, you're Guyanese, you're Guyanese. I'm Kittitian, I'm a Kittitian, in my vision. So that should be interesting, an interesting match, and it could get loud. Of course, it's cricket played louder, so that's the expectation for a match like that, and we'll see what happens. Guyana has a bad record of making it this far, but they don't really perform too well, crunch time. But we will see. We will see what happens. So that's CPL. We can talk about that. For the rest of the week, though, we won't be here. We'll be here Friday again. Rest of the week, cricket continues, like I said, tomorrow with the semifinals, Wednesday with the finals. Thursday is Heroes Day, and so we're back here on Friday. And the weekend is Independence for us, actually on Sunday. We're celebrating on Monday. So it's a packed week of activities for us here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And as the old people say, well, Brock Troy when it's done. So we will see. We have a good week ahead. And so we could talk about heroes. Our heroes and Heroes Day, the expectations for that. Your thoughts on that? Thoughts on CPL? Or anything else on your mind this morning? Like I said, we'll only be here today and then back to cricket tomorrow and Wednesday to wrap up the CPL. All right? So 465-2555, the local number, and 718-577-2916. And with that, we will go to the phones and hear from you. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Nyers.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, man?
I am doing well. You?
I'm doing great, Mr. Nyers.
Okay.
Actually, I'm feeling so energetic this morning. This is Journey here.
Okay.
Mr. Nyers, 76 years Pan-African Congress that was held in Manchester, England, 1945. Tuesday last week, the first African Caribbean Summit was held by a Zoom conference. It was a historic event. Mr. Nyers, there has been a floodgate that has now been opened to we in the diaspora to go to the continent, whoever choose to. We also have topic was discussed in this conference with those delegates that met on Tuesday, where we now have opportunity for our Black African scientists to come together into their own lab to manufacture things like vaccine and medication for our people, rather than accepting handout from the enemy. Mr. Nyers, this is a historic event and we should keep it burning. We should not let this light go out, because many things were hidden from us and many things are being said to us by those who are in control. And most of the time, Mr. Nyas, everything that we are consuming today can be detriment to our health. If you have to look at companies like Seedco and Monsanto, I've mentioned earlier that these companies are highly pushing GMO on our people. And they are down here to us in the Caribbean, in our supermarket, the products that we are purchasing from our supermarket. This conference, Mr. Nyas, for the life of me, very little are being said about it. I mean, it's almost like nobody wants to touch it. Well, if I keep silent, Mr. Nyas, the rocks are going to cry out, because we have to wake up and support this event that took place on Tuesday. And going forward, we need to focus on ourselves as a people that wants to be. We have to rise. We cannot continue to go along with the status quo where we accepting handouts. I'll give you an example of something, Mr. Ness, and I'm going to be very brief. Today, they're claiming that the continent of Africa should always accept aid. But let me give you an example of who is accepting aid, or who is getting aid. Now, Mr. Ness, all the superpowers are on the continent of Africa. France alone is taking $500 billion a year and giving the leaders $50 billion to squabble over. Now, and you can Google this, Mr. Niles, just don't take my word for it. The information is there. Who is getting the aid? 500 billion annually to 50 billion given to corrupt leaders who are maintaining and selling out the birthright of the people who are languishing in poverty. And then they're pushing aid. Whenever any African country go to the IMF or the World Bank to borrow funds, they are borrowing funds at 9.9 interest rate.
Okay.
And
all right, let's wrap up. We got some callers behind you.
Yes, that's right. I'm going to come off right now. But you know, we need to support this African summit, Mr. Nyas. It's our future. And going forward, every other country, every superpower recognize what they can get out the continent from us, except we. We need to come together and mobilize ourselves to support this African summit. You and I can travel to the continent without a visa to them, Mr. Nyas. That is profound. Thank you for hearing me.
All right, let's go to the next caller. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Good morning, Brother Tony.
Hey, good morning.
Brother Tony, this morning I want to thank God for the rain. And thank God for the organizer of the CPL and the groundsman and all the security them who walk around the area. We need to come and I believe they do a wonderful job. We keep everything in order and despite of this COVID. And no more any negative thing out there saying by different people. The way I listen to some people, I never think this CPL was going to come out. But we got to work with COVID and we got to work around it and we got to do whatever we got to do. Because we cannot let COVID tear up our country and tear up the economy. And COVID will be around, and we will continue to show our social distance, take the vaccine, and do whatever positive things we can do to keep this COVID from our body. Because we hear people dying now. No money negative thought. A lot of negative thought for the Tony.
All right, but you're giving it legs. Don't worry about that. Stay positive.
Yes. But we going good. And I believe that other events could happen, and just like how it happened in the cricket, that people could make money, the vendors then could get money. And I want to commend all the vendors in the park who make the money. They was criticizing, saying they ain't going to make the money. People like the Nurse Lady and others was criticizing them bad vendors, and they ain't going to make the money because this and that, and nobody going to the park, and nobody going to buy it.
Positive.
But thank God that everything soon over. And I get reports from some of them, so they make good money, and things will work out for them. All right, then, Brother Tony.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid. Good morning, caller. You're live. Okay, let's try the next one. Good morning.
Greetings in the name of our great African ancestors, especially the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and Queen Nzinga. Blessed them, my beloved brother. How are you? How are your family?
All doing well. What about you?
Good, man, and the clan is good, beloved. Oh, beloved, I'm going to beat this drum before I get into what I call to say, beloved. Again, the people, Pan-African Republic of Ethiopia, Mr. Prime Minister, we demand to know who own those lands, Kansas pasture. And I'm going to keep beating it every time I come on this radio station, the Prime Minister. People demand to know who own Kansas pasture. Now, beloved, let me get to you now to what I want to speak about. Beloved, you have political independence since 1983. Gonna be 38 years, beloved. You want to tell me these women haters, and that's what they are, beloved. And you got some women who hate themselves too. You want to tell me? Got 5 so-called national heroes. Only 3 of them I acknowledge, beloved. And you want to tell me no African woman in St. Kitts, Nevis, can be a hero? I don't need this British nonsense about heroin and all kind of nonsense. Hero, that's the New Jack word, beloved. Up to this day, none whatsoever. A kind of backward, self-hate country, beloved. These people, you know, we are living in. I mean, not me, I live, you know, I spend most of my life outside, but there my neighbor string berry, and I will always stand up for St. Kitts Nevis, beloved. You want to tell me up to now? No, she was, and we must celebrate September 16th? Man, I cannot, and I will not, beloved. Can't do that until you have sisters right there, and you shouldn't be named no heroes. They're supposed to be sheroes and heroes there. But you see, we don't have people in the administration who are Pan-Africanists and who have a Pan-African philosophy. That's why you see I done with all the parties them in the St. Kitts Nevis. Even the People's Action Movement that I supported for 52 years. But me done with that, I will support individuals who stand up for African people in St. Kitts Nevis and who love and care for African people and make sure our country be the bright.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, greetings.
Hey, greetings.
Okay. Well, you have any particular topic, my brother?
We're talking about mostly the events of the CPL. And,
the CPL. No, don't want to talk about CPL because them dividing people in the CPL.
And heroes
vaccinated or not vaccinated. Me not in it.
Heroes Day, independence, all of that this week.
Independence. About just saying about the absence of. You need to be balanced, yes. What they want to tell us? No woman in a St. Kitts can put in the place of a hero. No woman at all. I'll just be a long seed man. But we need to balance the thing. And you're not coming from it's a mental enslavement, you know. Because all these things are come from biblical thing, you know. Christendom, you know. The woman look like nobody, like devil, like this, like sinner, like this, like that. We need to change them narrative, them man. We need to change it, man. Yeah, and the right places have to be in the right places to make them changes there, you know. Definitely so. Rain come. And from the small, you know, we used to see the mother and the neighbors them. When rain come, yeah, speak and span. Yeah? When you set up yard, speak and span, class start clean up yard, and all house start clean too. Yeah. And what we notice, you know, is that the trend that change? And all in the times of when they talk about corona and global pandemic and health. We hear him talk about health. Be a nastiness about the place. Be a nastiness. From the beginning, we start to see the 1 and 2 masks on the ground. Now we see masks by the dozens on the ground. The mask them what they talk about people who put on. Me and the nastiness because he kick up. No penis is down, kick down. The nastiness kick down. And you know what nobody tell me about the cleaning, you know. What solid race and cleaning, you know. We're not talking about the cleaning right now, you know. We're talking about stopping the nastiness. Stopping the nastiness that we know how to clean. Clean. Yeah? All them cleaners there, find other things for them to do. And we are saving us energy and money and time. It is all kind nastiness about the place. Right now, they want them take you again. Be a rat.
All right.
Be a rat and watch.
Gotcha. We gotta do something about that. Gotcha. Back to the phones we go. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, Brother Nias, I don't know if I get cut off accidentally or deliberately. But that I am now. Let me finish up. I ain't going to be long. Beloved, and let me call upon our youths, man. Our young sisters and brothers. The youngest generation, the brightest. Let me say intelligent. The most intelligent generation in the history of civilization is this generation, beloved. Who want to argue with that? That's their problem, not mine. But they must have a Pan-African philosophy. All of them who are serious about our people, beloved. And, brother, we must control the economics where we are the majority population. Let me deal with St. Kitts and Nevis. Beloved, you look around, there's less African-owned businesses in St. Kitts and Nevis now than when I was a child growing up. When I was a child, all kind of other races, Caucasian, Chinese, Indians, Pakistan, all kind of things. We don't own no 5-star hotels. And that's which part we get our most of our money. That and he sells a passport, which I totally against that. You want to tell me tourism, that non-African person, our persons, our collaboration with the administration, past and present? Come on, utter nonsense. We must think agriculture, man. We must think agriculture. We must be able to feed ourselves. We must control all economic activities, beloved, and not no little percentage. We must get at least 95%.
Okay.
You can't go to China. And don't know, give me 3 seconds.
Come on, we got callers. Hurry up.
What you say, beloved?
Wrap up. We got callers. Go ahead.
Okay, so beloved, we must do that. Pan-Africanism will perish, and a lot of people don't like to hear the truth, but I will continue to be this African truth. Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yeah, Mr. Nice, good morning. How are you, sir?
I am well.
Okay. Here's the question. You called it before this one here. And I've been asking this question now for years. First of all, I see they're building something down by the treasury, and I asked the guy Rock, and he told me that is the monument for the people, for the people who perished on Christina Great. I allowed to see that. The next question, you called it before this one, is how come? How many years now since independence? 30. How many years?
38.
38 years. How come? For 38 years. We cannot find a female nowhere in St. Kitts Nevis that could be considered a hero. It's only politicians, men. How come? You know how I can't understand Ada Mae Edwards. How come we can't find a woman to be a hero? How come? Because hero, as far as me is concerned, is male or female or common gender.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out 38 years, teachers who did so well start teaching since they were small, 14 and so forth. You're telling me that we can't find nobody who has done so well in society.
Caller, you could submit, if you have a name, you could submit it, to the committee.
Well, I've been hearing that all the years. I've been hearing that every time I come out, I've been hearing that. So how come only me when they're calling on? You tell me there's nobody in thinking who think like me?
There's a lot of people. A lot of people think like you, but I'm saying they're not putting it forward the way it's supposed to be.
So
they have to submit the names and make the case.
After all these years,
yeah.
Every year, is women or men putting up men? That's the impression that you're giving me there.
Whoever is named as a national hero is because their names were submitted.
So you're telling me, so am I, okay, let me put it another way, let me don't put you on the spot. So am I to believe now that they never submit any women, or if they did, it was not accepted? Man, it's about time now that we find a woman, man.
Okay.
Time.
I hear you.
A lot of women did well in the past 30 years, 38 years, and I think it's time that we, all of us, think it's news, should find a woman some way, somehow, to be classified as a hero. Thank you very much.
Okay. I have no problems with that. Submit the names and let's see what happens. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid. Good morning, caller. You're live. Okay. Let's try somebody else. Good morning.
Good, Mr. Nair?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I generally support affirmative action as a way of correcting age-old injustices and biases and prejudices. But there are some areas that do not lend itself to the application of that principle. I think the choice in leaders, for instance, is one of those. We want the best persons, man or woman, to lead us. And similarly, in deciding on who our national heroes should be, we want the most deserving to receive that acclamation. If we start going down the road of quotas, why not a woman on it yet? Why not a disabled on it yet? Why not somebody in the diaspora on it yet? What we're doing is cheapening the accolade. What I think is needed is better criteria for the selection. I don't think we've arrived at that as such. We need to get that right. It's not just about submitting names, right? Whoever the committee is in place, they themselves might have their prejudices and biases.
But don't we have caller? We have a set of criteria that is used. I've seen it published somewhere. So when you submit a name, a person they're gonna have to vet them against that criteria, whether it's male or female.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe we need to look. Maybe we need to.
I have discussed that on this program before,
Yeah, but maybe we need to look at that criteria.
Yeah.
To find out why there hasn't been more balance in the numbers of the types of national heroes that we have. But I think national heroes, apart from that, should be exceptional people. There should be no doubt whatsoever about that. And it should be posthumous, okay, and by universal or near universal acclaim.
Why posthumous, sir? What's the rationale for that?
Because so many things can happen while people are alive. Okay, I think it's better to judge someone's legacy and accomplishment after they've lived a full life than to just look at it in terms of what they may have accomplished.
So we only make them national heroes when they're dead. Okay.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I mean, generally speaking,
that's your opinion.
It's a lifetime of work.
That's fine.
It's a lifetime of accomplishment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay. All right. That's how you see it. I just wanted to know the rationale for that. I don't see it that way, but that's how you see it. Let's go back to the phones there. Say good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid. Call you there. You're live. Okay.
Yeah, good morning, man.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, did the Patriots win the game last night?
No, they did not.
Oh, okay.
They won on
Anyway,
Saturday.
let's move forward, man. Yeah, okay. I guess it was a good game still, man. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this women topic, is coming up, and I support that, man. And we got to give some thought to the women and them. You heard what that previous caller said? National heroes should be exceptional people, not just politicians. We got to look past the politicians, them, man. Because the politicians, them, they're like the sellouts. There's no way we're going to get to bridge that gap between Africa and the diaspora unless they put things in place. And with that summit they had last week with the African leaders in CARICOM, that's a great start. Mm-hmm. And I support that. And, St. Kitts and Nevis is in a peculiar position, not because we are a small federation, a small country. This new government that's in, man, they had a great chance to do certain things to really get beyond the regular politics. And they know what those areas in which they govern are. They should have did some stuff that's different than the regular politics to really cement down their legacy, as them calling themselves team unity. They're dropping the ball on certain things, and they need to really get moving on certain things that could separate them from the previous governments. And I believe that we should really have the direct link with Africa. I don't know who's running that tourism industry there, but you can't come up with all this Pan-African talk, and we can't even get a flight out from Africa. St. Kitts has an international airport, and they should directly get those links from Africa, man. We need some flights coming over from West Coast. We are a small island state, yeah, but we don't have to wait until Barbados and Jamaica and Antigua and do this stuff. We small, but we Talawa, like them Jamaicans say. St. Kitts could lead the way. I'm from Nevis, man, but we don't have an international airport. But I really support bigging up St. Kitts, man. They got the international airport there, and they got to use that airport, man. The tourism is not coming on the ships down. Now, let's try to get the direct flights from out of Africa. That's my contribution, man. I wish the guys the best of luck.
All right. Well, that's just a note there. We don't have a Nevis country. We have a St. Kitts Nevis country, and yes, we do have an airport. We'll take a break and come right back on the other side with much more here on Frank and Candid.
Hassle-free loans for your every need. Cards have you covered, best believe.
Are the kids headed back to school and you need money now? Call Courts Ready Cash and get money in your bank account in as little as 24 hours with our back to school promotion. There's absolutely no deposit required. All you need is a government ID, a utility bill, your payslip, and a job letter. It's that easy and hassle-free. Plus, if you apply today, you can take advantage of our reduced interest rates and pay nothing for 60 days. Call us today at 466-1640 or visit us online at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com and let us help you get the funds you need for back to school. Conditions apply.
We got it all, we on the go. Courts Ready Cash, you already know.
Courts Ready Cash, ready when you are.
All right, welcome back to Frank and Candid on this Monday as we start our week of celebrations for independence and national heroes and CPL, all that. Those are the discussions we're having, and we seem to be interested in the whole heroes and why. I have always asked the question why they're only politicians, but we're getting questions about gender. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, welcome.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Okay, me again.
Yes.
That caller there is always that caller there who called in there before. He's trying to tell me that even before the independence, there's nobody, no past matrons, no past nurses, no past teachers can be put up as a national hero. I don't care what he say, you know. I don't care what he said. There's some of them done dead, yes. Is there no woman living today who could be qualified as a national hero? I don't care what he tell me, you know. I honestly don't care. It's impossible that this country, this rich country, with such a long history, because Mr. Blatcher was put up as a national hero, and he wasn't around to receive it. He had died. So you're telling me that there's nobody dead, no woman dead nowhere in this country between St. Kitts and Nevis can be qualified as a national hero? Then he talking bunk. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, greeting. Let me add to that. Whether the woman pass, transition, or she there, it needs a balance. We want some woman inside there. You hear me? Yes. And they could do it too. Otherwise, done with the whole stupidness. The next thing too, being in September, the national anthem.
Yes.
We need to put flesh to those words. Those words are empty. We're not living them. We are not living the words of the anthem. Just so you know, the words them empty. Listen to the words and let me recite the word them. Let me recite them word by word, line by line, and see. We're not living the anthem. Foolishness. We need to catch up. We were just joking. We're just joking around here. Blessed love.
All right. Back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome.
Hi, Mr. Nice. Morning.
Good morning.
You said something earlier about Guyana and Patriot
Yeah.
because of its support, the amount of Guyanese there. Well, I'm going to say this, and I don't care who bet. This is a good time, generally, for the immigration who are up all undocumented and illegal immigrants.
Well, that is true. Whether they're from Guyana or not, that is true. I mean, it don't have to be Guyana. Right?
But maybe you might find a good bit inside there.
Okay.
Anyway, that's just my thing. Something else I want to say now. You see the people talking about this African thing, your first scholar? Remember talking a couple of years ago, you know, every time you got heads of government confront, lots of talk, but no action ever coming. That's all I got to say.
Talk shop. Yeah, it's CARICOM people. I'm sorry, I mean, I say it all the time. There's a whole lot of talk shop when it comes to CARICOM. We got a caller? Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Nair.
Hey, good morning.
This is Dumpling.
Yes, Dumpling.
Mr. Nair, I feel that to put Sylvian, give Sylvian national heroes. Sylvian know a lot of things. And they should support Sylvian and I supporting her. That's all I have to tell you. Mr. Nair, Sunday is my birthday, the 19th.
Oh,
Independence.
okay. Well, happy independence and happy
I'm
birthday.
an independent baby.
All right. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
All right, love you.
Sound like a big celebration there.
Oh, yes, I will do it for my landing.
Oh, okay, great. All right.
When I come from church, I have to go to church to get my blessing.
Okay.
Because I'm my church now.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good.
God love me.
All right.
See you, Mr. Noyer.
See you.
Enjoy your independence. Enjoy my day with me.
I will. I will. Thank you. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yeah, Brother Terry?
Yes.
I am agree with the car who talking about women to make them national heroes too. I agree with them. Because a lot of women in the past has done well. Women like my mother who had 14 children. You understand? And work hard for them and bring them up in the way they're supposed to come up. All those people supposed to be watched and recognized. You got women in the politics, women in the nurses, women in the teaching field, and everywhere. I believe, I hope that these national heroes, when they name them out, I believe that a woman will be in it. So I agree that as a first caller with the suggestion, I believe a woman will be in this national hero in this independent time coming up and the national hero time. Okay, then, Brother Tony.
All right. No, you know, we're not going to get national heroes every year. They're going to be scarce. You know, it's like far and few in between. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, good morning.
No, you know, sometimes people do just argue for argument's sake. No, you got to process what you got through. Ask any one of them if they ever pull out a form and put up any woman name to be a national hero. As far as they consider, well, you're born in St. Kitts is a national hero. Man, woman, child, everybody. It's a blessed to be born in St. Kitts. I don't know what this big argument for. You understand me? All this big argument for about who should be national hero from who should not. Well, you're born here, you're a national hero. You're just blessed to be here. You understand me? In this beloved country of ours. But everybody wants to bring politics into something. Okay.
All right. And that's from the People's King. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, Mr. Niles.
Yes.
The subsequent calls illustrate exactly what I was talking about. Right? A national hero should not be controversial. Right? I don't think people really understand what you're talking about when we say national hero, you know. Because even before the national hero status, there are a number of accolades, a number of national awards that one can get for rather extremely exemplary service or exceptional service in between there. But raising to the standard of national hero got to be exceptional. That's the highest award that we have. Okay? So don't just cheapen that and start making any and everybody national hero. I think I may have suggested before to you, one of the ways we can go about doing this is to have an election for the nominations, yes, and whatever committee can decide which person is going to be put forward to be national hero. But an election should follow, or in whatever subsequent election is followed, is going to be followed. That person's name should be on the ballot, and that person can only be awarded the accolade if he or she gets 2/3 of the ballot. That takes all the controversy out of it, right? So that's what I'm saying. It should not be a controversial issue.
So when you put it up for elections, we're going to have people campaigning and something? Just curious.
That's not necessary, because I would assume
because you're going down.
Once you nominate them, you have their bona fides and the whatever
but you know
they might have met.
Yeah, but you
right
know
in front
here.
of you.
You know, here in St. Kitts and Nevis, everything is politics. So
and that is exactly
a political
why
party going to start a campaign for somebody, and somebody campaign for another person. Then you're going down the political road.
That is why you should take the politics out of this, right? I mean, you want to tell me that regardless of political persuasion, if somebody's name goes up with the list of the accomplishment, why they deserve to be national hero, that people cannot make a fair judgment of whether that person deserves to be or not. It's not running for political office, you know. It's not a case where I better vote for that person because he might help me.
I hear you, but you know how it is. That's where we're going to end up.
You think so? Okay.
I hear you, but you know. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Caller, your life.
Yes, Brother Tony, me here again. The guy talking utter nonsense. And you know, here one of them, you know, women haters, because he never think nothing about no African woman. Nobody more controversial and undeserving a national hero status, a Bratcher especially. Bratcher should never be a national hero with its reign of terror. And that he unleashed and his political opponents in the 60s and the Rastafari movement in the 70s. Not quite sure if I had anything to do with it, beloved. And I agree, totally agree with Sister Dumpling, and I've been saying that before. Queen Mother Sylvine Henry, national hero status. Queen Mother Sylvia Garnet, national hero status. And others who make the whole transition. And brother, I disagree with you, because I don't believe that all of them people who put up names and them things never put up no woman or woman. But all of them administration, political tribalism, they just reject it. Beloved, we got to get real as African people. This new colonialistic nonsense, we got to stop that, man. And these men who hate African women, they got to stop that. Everything is man, 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 man. Come from a woman, man, African woman. Give birth to every race on this planet, beloved. And this nonsense that you can't find women in St. Kitts, past and present, to be national heroes is utter nonsense, backwardness, and selfish. Thanks again for hearing me, brother. Pan-Africanism our purse. Well, no.
All right, now, bro. Let's me and you put up a name. We're gonna put a name next year. All right. Now we're gonna see. We're gonna put it together and send it in. See what happens. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning.
Quick as I possibly can. Since we can't find no woman, since according to he can't find no woman, how come only politicians are the one who are national hero? You're telling me now you can't find a man nowhere who was never a politician to put up as a national hero? Let him answer that. I tell you, my grandma used to tell me, common sense beat education. That's all I'm gonna say. Even though we're putting up politicians, why only politician and not a male non-politician? Let him answer that one. Thank you.
All right. Often a national hero has qualities that make him stand out, such as commitment, self-sacrifice, and dedication to national ideals. He generally demonstrates leadership qualities and ethical behavior, showing love for his country. The national hero is one who has enriched the lives of others through his contributions to society, and he may be recognized among his peers or professional organizations. Just a little bit. Back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Nair.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you, sir?
I am doing well.
I just want to have a better understanding. We called it 41 just a while ago. Nabu, or whatever his name is, to describe it. Did he say that Bacha should not be a national hero? Is that what he said?
That was his opinion.
I understand it's his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if he is opinion, it's opinion. I am not opinionated. Neither am I mad or sorry about the statement he made.
Okay.
Logistically speaking, if we are the ones who understand who claimed this land, and it's proud that whoever claimed the land should be happy about what they have done as one of our founding father. And if he is a Kittitian and he understands what patriotic means, he definitely making a statement that most of the Federation would not agree with him, politically or not. I'm so sorry. It's been disturbing and very much humiliating about that man's legacy. Sorry to say these things. If he don't understand, I'm quite sure he would. But Mr. Nias, please, you take care of yourself and have a blessed day. Goodbye.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
All right. Back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, Mr. Noyes.
Yes.
Tell Brother Nabu that I say, Cecil Rock say, I find a woman who could be a national hero. The woman who will cut off the locks and pack them in a plastic bag and give him.
All right. Let's go to the next call. Let's go to... good morning, caller. You're live.
Good morning, Mr. Nayas.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Yeah, over the years, I've been submitting names and names and so on for honors, right?
Okay.
And a couple of times I put in persons who are not politicians.
Uh-huh.
So like El Comido Wellet was one at time.
Okay.
And then I think I put in Kim Collins, and you have to send in the profile of the person.
Right, yeah.
But for the past couple of years, I've seen that no profile of the individual had been made public, because a lot of the time children need those information for schoolwork and them kind of thing like that. And for the past couple of years, you're not getting the profile of the awardees. And I also had submit ladies before, even Mary Charles. And I think sometimes persons get fed up that they're submitting names every year and so on, and they're not getting them through. It seems as if they're bent on deciding who should be honors and who should get honors and so on, and especially national hero. Thanks for your time, bro. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the phone. Good morning. Good morning, caller. You're live. No? Okay. Lost that. Okay. All right. Interesting stuff there. A lot of that to unpack there. People are quite emotional about that. We've talked about it many times here on this program over the years, especially around this time. And people make some interesting points. Some I agree with, some I not so much so. But we seem to be getting national heroes from one group of people, and I am also one of those who believe something is wrong with that. I don't know. But let's go back to the phones. Good morning.
Quickly, a sorry girl come back again. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, a sorry girl come back again. We have, over the years, I've seen a lot of women get awards on National Hero Day or Independence Day, whichever one. And that is my argument. They are capable, eligible for those kind of awards, but not national hero. And that is going to be my point. You must find a woman in St. Kitts. Over the years, Mr. Blaster go way back. Dr. Simon go way back. You're telling me between Mr. Bradshaw and now you can't find a woman nowhere there exceptional to get national hero? Again, that caller and Mr. Rock, you are talking about what politics we talking about. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Just me. I've been listening here. I have a number to put up. I put a name to put up,
Okay.
But the first name we're going to put up is a lady called Laura Manners. That is my mother.
Okay.
She died 2 years ago, and she has worked all her life in Buckley Estate. And walking from Newtown to Buckley for about some 45 years. I think she names it to put up.
Okay.
Laura Evelyn Manners.
All right. There you
That
go.
is my mother.
There you go. All right. Send it in. We got a caller. All right. Yeah, send it in. Send in the profile. Make your case. If you got a person or persons that you think make a national hero, send it in. Send in the profile. See what happens. But if you don't, you can't really complain much. But there's still some men out there. Their names are coming up all the time for the award. Example, we've just been talking about Dr. William Carter. As I could point to all of his achievements, and I think he fits the bag too. But if you and the case has been made for Dr. William Carter in the past. He didn't get it. He hasn't gotten it as yet. So everybody won't get it at the same time. It doesn't mean that the name was not submitted, because his was, and it hasn't happened. But so submit the names that you know and deserving of it based on the criteria, and you can make a strong case for that. All right. We're gonna take our final call before we end today. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Good morning.
Quickly.
I have three names to subscribe to for National Hero, female. Mary Charles.
Yes.
Bronte Welch.
Okay.
And Nurse Garner.
All right. Got all good names. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. See, we got women out there that can fit the bag. Hey, good discussion, folks. We are going to call it a wrap for this morning. And CPL continues tomorrow, so we won't be here Tuesday and Wednesday. It's semifinals and finals. And Thursday, it is National Heroes Day. And I'm a national. I support them all. Friday, we'll be back for more to wrap up the week. I'm Tony Ness. Have a great day today and the rest of the week.